I wanted to talk about today was a book that I recently read. I know, nobody likes hearing about book reviews because they usually come off as pretentious. Oh, look at me, look at the most recent book I read. I'm gonna do my best to keep this short, sweet, and tell you why I like this particular book and why I decided to read it. My best friend, who's getting her master's degree in social work, actually suggested a book because she said that I'm the type of person who likes depressing things. Like, I like depressing movies, i.e. Revolutionary Road. That was one of my favorite movies of all time. And, you know, she said, look, if you like depressing movies, I have a depressing book for you. And I was like, ooh, awesome, what is it? So she suggested Hope's Boy. And Hope's Boy is written by Andrew Bridge, who is now a lawyer. And this book is actually nonfiction, which is what I love. It's a memoir. And it is the memoir of Andrew Bridge. And you would probably think to yourself, why do I care about Andrew Bridge's life story? Well, he has a very interesting, unique, and insanely inspirational story. He actually went through the foster care system in Los Angeles because his mother had a mental illness. And, you know, when you read his story, it really makes you reflect on your own life and reflect on the challenges that you're going through right now. And it makes you think, like, wow, I got to put my life in perspective because there are people out there that are a lot more unfortunate than I am. Andrew Bridge very much grew up as a lonely kid, and the reason why he grew up as a lonely kid is because while he was growing up, the foster care system in Los Angeles was set up in such a way that, you know, a lot of these kids were neglected, and that neglect was able to happen without any oversight. And what I love about this story is Andrew Bridge took all of the unfortunate events that occurred throughout his life and he used it as inspiration to reform the foster care system in Los Angeles. So, look, I've never cried while reading a book. I've never felt as touched as I did while reading Hope's Boy. It's an incredible story. And look, even if you don't care too much about the foster care system, even if you don't care about, you know, this particular boy's childhood, it doesn't matter because this is such an inspirational story that it will have an effect on you. I guarantee it. So again, the book's name is Hope's Boy. It's written by Andrew Bridge. And another thing I loved about it is throughout the book, they referred to Andrew as Andy because, you know, he was a kid. And Andy's one of my favorite names. So I was like, oh, Andy, Andrew Bridge. And you feel like you really get to know the author while reading this. And as I said, it really is an inspirational and motivational book. It'll really force you to reflect on your own life. And I love books that make you do that. So I highly recommend it. Make sure you check out Hope's Boy. And if you do end up reading it, I'd love to hear your thoughts. I want to know if you guys actually got the same out of the book as I did. So leave your comments if you've read it in the past, or if you plan on reading it, or if you're currently reading it. I'd love to hear what you guys think.